he says, then coughing.
So, last time out, we picked up with your group having just seen the Echo of Adsalor get struck by an arrow in the head and drop to the ground. At which point you sort of looked over at the tree line, and there was a humanoid female with a bow drawn, a second arrow already pulled back. And quickly you sort of sprung into reaction from her ambush. And it became clear quite quickly that she was not alone. She was part of a group of 5 people, and they were quite overt in the fact that they seemed to basically their sole interest seemed to be in the echoes in your party. She spoke about having killed the Echo and that they were only after the 3 of them and nothing else. Your group weren't too keen on just giving up the Echoes amongst you, and began fighting back, fighting against these ambushers, and also quite bravely protecting some of the Echoes anyway. Adslor already down. The 2 cachers obviously making it rather hard for anybody outside of the pair of them to know which was which at this point. However, the Echo of Halloran, first defended by our Halloran, and then also defended rather boldly by Darius, who stood between the Echo Halloran and a gentleman with a crossbow who was quite intent on trying to kill the Echo. And you actually were whittling down a number of these ambushers. However, unfortunately, a really nasty critical hit from the archer, the same one that killed Adsalor, a critical hit on the Echo of Halloran, dealing a massive 40 damage and killing the Echo outright. As that was going on, the 2 caches were engaged in combat with what appeared to be a druid, one of the ambushers. One of the caches switched into animal form, taking the shape of a bear, as had this druid, as the 2 of them sort of fought and went back and forth. The druid taking a pretty heavy blow, but staying just about up before finally being killed. At which point the archer, again, let loose another of these arrows into the bear of the 2 cachers. Meanwhile, Darius was face to face with a rather large barbarian female who, despite Darius's attempts to broker peace with her, she seemed uninterested, and just as she was about to swing her great axe and quite possibly doom Darius to a similar fate to the Echoes, Phelan stepped up for the first time of the campaign, nailing 2 critical hits in one turn with their gun, having never managed a single critical hit so far in our 15 sessions. That's a minor lie, actually, to be fair. Phelan did actually get 3 critical hits on attacks in the last session, but the first one of the campaign was not with their gun. Dropping that barbarian, and then as that was going on, the archer letting out another arrow, and then one more into that bear of the 2 cachers, at which point that cacher sort of dropped down, hit the sort of boggy, muddy ground, and you saw the sort of shape fade back into the same shape, into the orc shape you're familiar with, rather than that bear form. And that is where we left things, with some confusion amongst the party on whether the final Echo had just dropped or whether a member of the party had just gone down, and also some confusion amongst the players as well. However, we have managed to resolve that, and I've even shown Phil the photographic proof.
Yep, I've seen the evidence.
So what will be, will be. Right, let's do this very quickly. Yeah, so with the second of their actions, the ranger. So let the first one go. With the second action, let that second arrow go. At which point, the bear sort of drops down. The shape sort of begins sort of switching back, even as the body sort of slumping down. And by the time it hits the mud, that large hulking sort of muscular bear has already switched down into the orc, and there's a slightly smaller thud than you would have expected moments ago. And you see the sort of bang and the splash down. At which point, the archer, she lets go of the second arrow. She sees as the creature goes down, and she's got Halloran sort of closed in the distance, and has actually warned her last session that she was next, as the other members of her party had been killed. And she turns, she looks at Halloran as Halloran's closing down the space, and then she looks back over at the two caches and she calls out, she says, "Was that the right one? Are they gone? Is that all three?" Halloran, it is your turn.
Yeah. Walk up near her.
That was a miss, unfortunately.
Oh, sorry. So not take the roll, but it should be a -5. So as long as
Cool.
it hits with -5.
That would still be a hit, yes.
Yeah. Right. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button.
All good. Nice. Yeah, you take the first. You sort of step forward, take the first swing with the scythe. The first swing with the scythe. She's able to sort of step back and pull back into the bush, and you've come here with one thing in mind: to just swing the second time and get not the cleanest of strikes, but get a hit on her for 4 damage.
And that's it. You've done.
Nice. Okie dokie. At which point, are still conscious and standing Kasha, it's your turn.
So the first thing she will do is reach over to her sister and will cast heal.
Yeah.
I think, not that it really matters, but a 2-action one. I think that's the best bang for the buck. Yeah, 3 hit points. I need to actually select. But I don't know whether you suggested it might. I think you suggested it might not work. Anyway, yeah, she'll cast the heal.
Yeah, you sort of look down, you cast it, and you can actually you are, I believe, as we discussed, there's some awareness internally. You know which one you were, or which one has been in the party longer. You look down, hoping for the best that this will work. You cast it, and you can see you see there is no movement, there is no change immediately. You've cast it in the past. You would normally see somebody, even if they don't come back to consciousness, you'll see the chest start to move, and that sort of just that return to life. And you can sense the connection between the two of you. You sense the healing magic you're casting, and something is there. Something, you can feel the connection is not broken, but it's not having the effect you would normally expect. She remains unconscious and dying.
Okay, so I've got 1 action left. Do I want to do a... Can I attempt a battle medicine?
Yep.
I mean, obviously, I do actually want to restore hit points, but as much as a sort of a medicine check to try and tell why heal didn't work or
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
what's going on. So again, still that one, and then that one. Oh, they have actually. Oh, it's tree wounds, isn't it? Tree wounds.
Oh, I wonder if it'll get funny about you healing yourself. I'm not sure.
It does normally. I'm just I have assurance, which will give me DC 18. So yeah, I will use the assurance because I might as well definitely make sure I get a. No, I won't use the assurance. I will roll.
Right.
Oh, without a healer's toolkit. Although, oh, hang on, I can do that. Do the. Oh no, I can't do the treat wounds. No, it looks like I haven't got me a healer's toolkit to a hand. So in which case, I'll just do a medicine check.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I do for my different place on the character. I will roll it blind to game masters, so only you see it.
Yeah, that's cool.
Right.
Nice, yeah. So yeah, you've cast it, and then you start examining, looking over, trying to understand what is going on. There is probably some element of you that already knew that this was having seen how the other echoes had responded when they had suffered this sort of similar situation. But as you look down at the body, it looks dead. There is no movement in the chest at all. There's no movement of the eyes. Nothing looks good. There are still, even as she's returned to the orc shape from the bear, there's like three arrows still sort of embedded into the chest, and one into what you assume would be the lung. There's no movement of those, and they are quite heavily embedded. But again, even as you sort of place a hand to the shoulder and onto the sort of the neck and the chest, and you sort of put skin to skin, you don't feel the warmth or the movement or anything like that, but you can still feel a connection. There is still something holding on there. It's whether that is scientific and medicinal, or whether that is something more deeper or more natural, maybe. But in terms of a medical explanation,
having spent 3 actions not being able to revive her, Cash, if I'm allowed to, will grab one of the arrows.
Yeah.
And sort of pull the arrow out, and then just turns round. And there's just screams, some sort of guttural, orcish scream, while looking over towards that archer.
Yeah.
And that's 3 actions.
Okay.
Other Casher obviously makes a death save, so that's fine.
Yes. Can I get a death save?
Yeah, I can.
Or a recovery check. Sorry, we're playing the wrong game.
Yeah, indeed. I've just got to make sure this is the right one. It is. And that's that one.
It's a success.
That's what it definitely says.
Right. Adsalor.
That's me. Right. Oh, this is difficult terrain, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So when it's showing 10 plus 10 feet, I have to do the maths, do I?
Yes, you do, yeah. Although it will, as you move out, if you go beyond one movement, like it will put down like an action mark at the end of each maximum movement you can do for an action.
Okay. Oh, that's not me. Wait, if I just do that, that's 15 feet. There we go.
Nice.
25 feet.
Yeah.
Which means another 25 gets me to here. I've got my bow in my hand still.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take an action to essentially just sheath my bow.
Mhm.
I will look to draw my short swords, but I can't do that at the moment. So
That's cool. Whilst you're there, Adslaw, can I get a secret perception check from you?
you can, if I can remember where the button is.
Nice. Nice, yeah. Ansel, yeah, you sort of make your way over, you sort of come up alongside Halloran and this woman, you sheath your bow, and your focus is obviously on this situation. And as you sort of sheath your bow, you can hear movement in the trees behind you.
Interesting.
Darius, anyone got any particular preferences or suggestions for Darius? It's always hard to roleplay Shane's character when he's not here because Shane.
Yeah.
I would
Well,
suggest
himself.
probably any non spell slot using cantrip based attacking spell that can hit this thing. I think Darius was attacking, right?
Where is Darius?
Oh, just you probably can't actually see him, Halloran. He's just to the other side of this
Okay, fine.
down here.
I was wondering if you might go and
One behind the pillar.
try and heal Kasha, but either way, he probably moves towards.
Well, what about healing? What about
He could do his the only healing he would have, I think, looking for his character sheet, would be if he did his spell reach to increase it to 60 feet and then could cast Soothe on her. That is one of his spell slots. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, no, it is, yeah. I was about to say, I thought he didn't have one, but he does have it.
do him? Or
I think with Darius not here, we'll sort of bring him out to here, and I guess it's your guys' choice. I mean, I don't think he's got any way of getting an attack on her because from here he can't see her, and then any movement he makes wouldn't get him within range to hit her.
I think it's unlikely, hearing what we've heard about Darius, that he would be trying to heal what we consider to be an echo. I might be wrong to say that.
yeah, no, I think that's probably fair.
Did he not? He protected Halloran's echo though.
He did.
Did he?
I mean,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he
I mean,
literally stood in front of them getting attacked a few times. Yeah.
I can totally imagine him just prodding the echo and kind of going, "Well, that's odd. Get up, young man."
I'll tell you. Actually, I'll tell you what. Well, as he's not here, but based on the fact that his he was communicated with last session by his patron when one of the echoes had died and another one about to. Let's just take that into account and sort of follow Phil's suggestion, and he'll just spend his turn moving up alongside this Kasha. Phelan, is your turn.
Where I can move to. Do I have line of sight of this one? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a long distance, but yeah.
Oh yeah, do I have drop off?
Most weapons do. Your Your pepper box has got a 60-foot range increment. Your musket has got a 70-foot. So yeah, anything outside of those two, you get a -2 basically. Yeah.
Okay. I'll just reload and shoot with the increment thing.
Yeah.
Does it do automatically?
Yeah. So yeah.
Pepper box isn't loaded. It is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I think I know what's going on here. Give me 1 second, Mr. Cormac.
Okay.
This is because I clicked update before the session, not seeing what's updated and what problems that might cause. This. Damn it. How can I just bypass this now without having to roll back that change? Oh, I could do this. Give me 1 sec, Cormac, sorry.
Alright.
You find the dramatic combat music makes it more or less stressful to try?
Yes. Try that now,
I can
Cormac.
I can imagine it adds a certain intensity.
Okay. Has it done the range increment automatically?
It has.
Wow. Okay. I don't think I'm mad.
Normal failing service.
It's a bit shit, isn't it, Cormac? Come on.
You got hero points?
Yeah, I'll hero point that because it feels like it's kind of important.
Oof.
That range penalty is annoying, isn't it? That is a miss, unfortunately, Cormac.
Okay. Well, there we go.
Yeah, you step forward, failing. You get as close as you can whilst moving. Load as you do. Take the shot, and it just misses. And as your shot rings out, sort of echoes out around the clearing and around the sort of basin, there is like a sound almost immediately, almost in response. There's this sort of and that sort of echo as it sort of carries around. And then there is a low, dull sound in response. And you get this. It sounds like almost like a horn. This one single low note play, almost in immediate response. Adslaw, the sound is coming from the same direction. You just heard that movement and that you sense that behind you.
Does it sound like a horn, or does it sound like it could be a creature?
No, it is some kind of like horn or instrument or something. Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
You hear that sound, and then as you do, it is our archer's turn, and you see she stops for a moment, and there. Halloran, you're stood alongside her. You've swung moments ago. Adslaw, you're also just up, and you see there is a change in her face. Her face goes sort of deathly white. The colour drains quite quickly, and she drops her bow, lifts her hands up into a sort of surrender signal to the two of you stood in front of her. And you can see, Adslaw, you pick up on it immediately. Halloran, you've only just swung, it sort of takes you back, but then you see there is a look of like genuine like terror in her face as she looks at you, and she she pleads with the two of you. She looks at you. She says, "This situation, this was never about us or you. Only them. Only those abominations. Get out of here while you still can. They will not show you a moment's hesitation or mercy. I've seen it too many times. If you want to live, just run." She steps back. She keeps her hands up. She drops her bow on the ground and leaves it there. She still has her hands up, just sort of showing surrender to the two of you. And she steps back a few steps, stops, and she sort of looks up into the tree line. And you can see there's like a sort of desperation as she does. And then she takes one last step back. Halloran, it's your turn.
Very good time for my ab blocker to kick in. Is this 5? I think it's okay, mate. Yeah. I think I can move there. If this tree here is blocking, I think I still.
No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'd like to. Yeah. Just grab her.
Yeah. Yeah. Go for it.
And try and restrain her. I'm assuming that's now athletics check.
There's an action for grabbing. Yeah.
What is
You should have on the actions macro. Yeah, you can grapple somebody.
Grapple. Yeah. I will hero point that.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. Yeah. You succeed. You manage to grab and sort of hold her and restrain her.
And I'm going to bundle it to the ground to hold her down. Do I have any inventory? I've got some rope. I'm going to start tying her hands up with rope, if I can.
Yeah.
I mean, that won't be like a whole. Oh, in an action. But yeah, I'll start doing that, and I'll say to her, "You can't come here, attack us, kill them, and then not tell us any information. That's not how this works."
You telling her the character or me as the GM?
Both.
Kasha, it is your turn.
How loud is that horn?
Oh, it is loud. If you had to estimate as a real rough sort of sound, it's probably within the sort of within the distance of the sort of map from one end to the other that we've got here. It is nearby. This is not like a heavy distance.
God, I'm trying to get away. Halloran's got her on the floor. From what I can see.
You sort of grappled and beginning to to tie her up with rope and sort of grab her down to the floor. Yeah.
In which case, Cash is torn between staying with her other half and beating the shit out of the archer. And this noise is a little bit concerning. Gonna pick up my body.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess sling it over my shoulder. And then, I guess that's an action.
Mm-hmm.
Can I move my normal move carrying it or half move?
Yeah, half move, I guess, because you're carrying their weight and their clothing, etc. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, that's measure, not move. I will accept that. It's. How do you How do you select the other tokens?
Yeah, I didn't think like that when I decided to put them on top of one another, did I?
Yeah. There's a way of like going into the background, but I just can't remember what it is.
Yeah, I forget.
Oh, I think I might have got
Try
it.
that instead, yeah.
Okay. So basically that's 5, 10. So my one action to pick them up, and then 2 actions to move. And she'll move. Basically, she's heading as quickly as she can towards.
Yeah.
Was there, but that's really all she can do. Looking back, where the yelling's coming from. Okay, that's it.
Cool. Adsalor.
I'm gonna take an action.
Yeah.
This is looking through, like, it's like foresty, right? It's like undergrowth.
Yeah.
dense
Yeah.
forest. I'm pretty good with my forestry.
You
I
are?
know my trees. Can I try and see? I want to try and see if I see anything coming, or see any sign of anything coming, even if it's like birds flying out the top of the trees or anything like that that suggests this is where they are and they are heading your way.
Yeah. I'll give.
It'll be a secret perception check.
I'll give you your choice of perception or survival.
Ooh. I can't remember what I'm good at.
I think you shouldn't be able to check.
I think I'm better at perception.
Okay.
I assume secret.
Yes. Nice. Yeah, you look through the forest, and the sound you heard the sound. It's definitely coming from your direction. You're the closest member of the party to it at the time. You're pretty sure you know pretty accurately the sort of direction it came from. And you look into the forest, and your eyes sort of train in. You sort of know the way that the forest and the brush moves better than anybody else in the party, with the possible exception of Kasha, maybe. And you see no movement in the brush at all, and in the trees. You see no movement. You see no signs of life or anything that you can sort of pick up on. Nothing you can see.
Okay. Just so happens there's a Kasha stood next to me with a dead Kasha on their back, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or a dying Kasha on their back. I believe I have a medicine kit on me. I have a healer's toolkit. Can I do a battle medicine?
Yeah.
Kasha. Which is that basic actions?
Yeah,
Treat wounds.
yeah, it's just treat wounds, yeah.
Right.
Nice, that is a critical success.
It is. I don't think it's going to be worth anything.
Yeah, you sort of look into this, you see nothing. You turn around, you see the Kashas alongside you. You immediately go to work, begin sort of. You're able to pull out one of those arrows and sort of quite quickly sort of tend the wound and sort of at least get some sort of pressure on it and sort of just closing up the sort of bleeding. You know that you've done a good job of it quite quickly. You know this should be enough to at least return some sort of movement to the chest or something. Nothing changes, and you sense no change. This Adsalor, you know for certain this is a dead body. This is past the point of bringing anything back.
Yeah. I after doing this, I say to Kasha that's alive, I say I'm just going to try and help. I'm just going to do what I can. And I do this, and I fix a couple of things. I look at Kasha, I say, look, Kasha, there's nothing you can do. They're gone. Okay, we have to run. Something is coming. Halloran, same goes to you. We have to run. And I have a third action, I think.
Oh yes, you do, yeah.
Which I used to move in this direction.
Nice. I'm gonna, for the sake of not getting Shane's character killed, I would assume that Shane, because famously he does follow orders very well, will take your advice Adsalor.
Yeah.
And after heading down that direction, we'll now head back in the opposite direction.
Remember though, only 15 feet at a time.
Yeah, old man Darius, and through the water, yeah.
Does he only have 15 feet of movement?
No,
Go on.
he does have 25 feet, yeah.
But I believe he purposely chooses to only use 15.
He does.
Right.
He likes to conserve his energy.
Yeah,
He's an old man, you gotta let him off.
exactly.
Phelan.
I might have been failing at this point. Can you grab the bow? Because otherwise I'll lose my bow if we run now.
Well,
And presumably also fills with a lot of his gear as well, while Cash needs a lot of their gear. But I'll share that over anyway.
I haven't really thought about that. Yeah, that's a good point. Although I can't actually what gear Kasha had on. Oh, the +1 long spear. That's probably gone.
Worth picking up.
Yeah, she dropped it. Maybe we'll come back for it.
I'll be running then.
I think we should.
Okay.
I think we should make our way, at least to a point where we can get away and hide.
Okay.
I think we bring this archer with us.
Mm,
But
definitely.
run and hide, I think.
Okay. Is there a point of me attacking then?
I wouldn't. I think we
Okay.
want them alive.
Yeah. That's
We've got lots of questions, right?
yeah.
I mean, if you can pick up any of dead Halloran's stuff
Where is
down
the
here.
Oh, there.
I think there was a bow, did you say? Sorry?
Yeah. There's a bow and a couple of other bits and pieces as well, but the bow's the important bit.
Yeah.
And arrows. There's also an arsenal toolkit and a dagger. There's not a lot. And also technically a cloak, but I think that's sort of hand waved. Because we don't want him naked.
Ah,
It was
right.
distracting.
Speak for yourself.
But basically, if you want to head over F1 action, you can use your last 2 actions to pick up that. I mean, there's only like 3 items in there, sort of, in their
Yeah.
inventory. You can basically take it all if you want.
Okay. Do I just drag it from one inventory to the other?
Don't know. You can try. I don't know if you can. If not, I can. I suspect you can't. To be honest, where it's another player, so I will do it for
Yeah,
you.
no. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay. Where was it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Adslor, you sort of heard the noise, you sort of looked through, you saw no movement, you started making your way down. Halloran, you are beginning to sort of tie up this archer and this prisoner you appear to have taken. Give me 1 moment.
Don't like the 1 moment. That doesn't bring me joy.
Shut up. There we go. Yeah, there is barely makes a sound, but there is a rather than a sound. There's more just a sort of a change in the air around Kasha and Halloran. You notice it. You pick up on it immediately. And there is no movement in the trees. There is nothing. It's just there is a change in the wind in the air, and there is a creature stood in front of you in the tree line. A tall, sort of upper end of 6 foot, sort of 6'8", 6'9", tall, muscular, pointed ears, elven creature, but with non-familiar colouring. There is a ashen complexion to this elf, or this elven creature. They appear in the tree line where moments ago there was nothing stood. And they stop there for a moment, and they stare at the two of you. And then, as they do, they will roll some initiative. Adsloy, as you're sort of making your way down in this direction, you spot quite quickly on the far end, as you're sort of running down that direction, you see all of a sudden in your eye line, I'm dragging this on off the map, so now it's just handily walking all across the map. There we go. As you are sort of dashing down this direction, you are sort of running this direction, making your way towards the sort of rest of the group, up onto the basin or wherever you were headed, and then you just see all of a sudden in front of you, in the tree line, the far distance, there's no movement in the brush or the trees, but there was a creature stood there, a more sort of traditional, at least in body, looking elven creature, but again with that sort of just ashen colour, no colour to the face, no other sort of traditional pink skin tones, or not even the dark skin tone of like Phelan, for instance. Instead, just this drained, ashen look to them. And as you see that, there is a what can best be described as a cackle of laughter. And you look to the side where you hear that coming from, and there is an archer stood 30 feet from you, 40 feet if I want to be exact. And this one, you sort of hear that sound, and you look in its direction, and they look in your direction. They have an arrow already sort of in their bow, ready to go, and there is this slight cackle. Not even laughter, just almost malice. And as that sound comes out, there is one more piece of movement, as just immediately another one of these taller creatures appears alongside that one, and as soon as it appears, it pulls back on this long pike in its hands and stabs it deep into the chest of that archer, who just drops to the ground dead. It is our female archer, currently a prisoner. It's her turn. Halloran, you have her grappled. You're already beginning to tie her up, and she pleads with you at this point, and she says, "This isn't about information or revenge or whatever you think it is. We each need to go. Please." That will be her turn, just pleading with you. It is this creature's turn in initiative. And Adslor, yeah, you heard that cackle, then you saw that creature appear, and immediately, just with that pike, just stab it straight through the chest of that laughing archer and kill them. The taller one then turns, looks over in your direction, and in the blink of an eye, they close the distance and they are alongside you. There's no movement. Just as in the moment between you blinking and reopening again, all of a sudden the creature has stood alongside you. And just as they had a moment ago, that same pike again, just before you even get a chance to react, just stabs out towards you. That is a hit. For 14 damage, Absolor. And yeah, you close your eyes for a moment, then all of a sudden the creature's in front of you and stabs that pike into you. And then with their last action, they stab into you with the pike, pull it back, and then almost just sort of not stab the pike back into you, but almost just sort of push it and just shove at you, just trying to sort of assert some dominance over you, which they are able to do, and you get knocked back 5 feet away from that creature.
Quick question.
Yes.
What the fuck? What did I do to deserve that? That's it. That's my question.
That's fine. That's one of your actions. Halloran, it is your turn.
Yeah. I will let go of this person. I will say, as did you say, something along the lines of, your rash actions caused this. And then I will move here.
Mm-hmm.
And cast Vibrant Thorns.
Okay.
Which is the first time I've ever cast Vibrant Thorns, actually. And is there like a way of I can do like a defensive start? I don't think there is really, is there? I don't have a shield, annoyingly.
Yeah, you. I mean, you could. You just try to sort of. You're trying to sort of defend the caches, are you? Or
well, yeah, and actually, kind of everybody, but everyone else in the party is sort of behind me as well. Actually, if I'm sitting here.
That's fine. Yeah. I will. It's not perfect, but it's a ish match in terms of effect, etc. But if you make a demoralize against the creature.
Sure. Yeah. I guess that's kind of. You don't want to do this, mate.
Nice.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah, it appears you're correct. Yeah, you do. You sort of you stop tying up that archer. Place the blame clearly on her. Stand over, and you clearly make it quite clear that you are standing between this creature and your friends. And they seem to react in a way that they understand that. Kasha, it's your turn.
I don't know what to do. I want to delay. I think I need to know what they're doing,
Okay.
so I will delay.
Where's my... there it is.
Ouch.
Yeah. Adslor, you took that stab and you sort of pushed back, and excuse me. And then you're still aware at the corner of your eye there's the creature you had first seen in the sort of far end down the sort of bottom end of the map, and you sort of see them sort of disappear out of your eyesight for a moment. And they, again, immediately they sort of appear on the platform in the middle of this clearing. Then as soon as they appear there, run towards Phelan, and as they reach Phelan, just take a stab with a dagger. Which is a critical miss.
Ah.
Right, this creature that first made their presence aware, so they are sort of stood there, and they see sort of Halloran make sort of frees that archer, then moves over, stands in the way, and quite clearly sort of, you know, puts themselves as the focal point between them and the rest of the party. This creature looks down in your direction, Halloran, and unfortunately for you, is immune to the frighten effect. And yeah, you sort of see it sort of looks. Oh mate, no way, we got a Shano. Can I kill him before you think gets a drink?
Bloody exciting.
He's got some catching up to do. Yeah, looks over in your direction and sees you sort of stood there boldly like that, and barely takes their eyes off of you, Halloran. Sort of keeps their eyes locked on you, and as they do, just rears back their arm and throws the javelin they're holding at that archer you've just released. And as they are so focused on you, misses as they do so. And you notice as they throw this javelin, and there is a long, like, leather tether sort of tied to the end of the javelin that reaches back to this creature itself, and you see immediately it yanks and pulls it, and it pulls it with such force that the javelin just sort of roots up into the air and sort of comes back to them. They catch it, and he points it towards you, Halloran, and then steps forward and towers over you at close to getting on towards almost, 2.5 times your height, and just towers over you with that javelin in their hand. Adsalor, it's your turn.
Yep, seems reasonable. Well, I'm a little bit hurt now. Which isn't good. I think I will... This guy's hurt me, so I'm allowed to attack him. I'm going to hunt prey on this guy, so I'm going to change the focus of my hunt prey to this bloke here. And then I'm going to step forward 5 feet. And I will... Oh, I have to take an action to draw my sword, don't I? Draw my swords. So I'll do that. I'll draw my short swords. I thought I had a better sword somewhere, but apparently I don't. I have 2 of them. Fair enough. I draw my 2 short swords, and I do nothing else.
Okay. As a free action, you can catch Shane up on where we are before his turn. Or someone else can.
Or I can just go heal on Adsalor.
Some weird, like, elvy creatures have appeared that look like elves, but they've got like grey skin. The archer lady is very much not happy about it and very scared and told us to run. Oh, and Kasha is dead, but Kasha is not dead.
And
Multiple of us have tried to heal Kasha.
the elven archer lady is currently lying on the floor, tied up by Halloran.
Yeah.
And she was telling us to run away. Then these other elves turned up, and there was
I-
another archer in the trees who appeared just in time to get stabbed by one of the big blue elves. Or grey. Are they grey, did you say?
Yeah, they're like this ashen, sort of washed out sort of look, yeah.
Yeah, they don't look right.
They're big goth boys.
Ah, perfect.
I believe you're supposed to drain the bodies.
Has he only got one leg as well?
Yeah. It's one leg, and that's not a cloak. That's actually flatulence. Farting.
Okay, I'm gonna cast a heal on Adzalor.
Thanks.
Where do I actually? Oh, there it is.
Nice.
Only 8 though. That's all I can do. And my second action, I'm just gonna do spell reach, so my next spell can be 30 meters longer.
Yeah. Nice, nice.
Oh, and hello.
Hello. Hello. Phelan, it's your turn. Is he back?
Yeah, I'm back. Hello. Right, so I'm guessing this thing next to me isn't good.
It ran up to you, tried to stab you with a dagger, and critically missed.
Okay. So I'll take that as it's bad. Have the others started running yet?
No, we kind of stopped the running because they got a bit too close.
Okay.
They seem
right.
to be able to move infinite speeds.
Oh, nice. Right, I'll reload. And then shoot. Okay, it's not loaded again.
Arrgh.
Says it's loaded.
There you go, it should by now.
Okay. And then I'll shoot.
That was a miss, unfortunately, Cormac.
Okay, then I'll reload again.
Okey-dokey.
Yeah, it's my turn.
Cool.
I would like to step in.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Okay. As is it a free action to drop Kasha gently to the ground?
Yeah.
In which case, yeah, I will lower Kasha to the ground, and then with the arrow that I pulled out of her, Kasha just grasps it, snaps it, and basically just gets the arrowhead, and then using the arrowhead as the metal, is going to cast needle darts at the elven guy that's towering over Halloran.
Yeah.
So,
Ever use of spell. You got a hero point, it's fine.
22. Oh, because of the cover, because of Halloran. That's
Halloran's so
absolute
tiny.
points.
Well,
Yeah,
even if you
so
assume this character does tower over Halloran, and we'll say you haven't got the cover,
Yeah.
that is still a miss, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's still missed. Yeah, well, yeah, but it won't when I hero point it, which is what I want to do now. Except that I don't appear to have a hero point. I don't think you gave us any hero points.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh, I've given it to the wrong Kasha, haven't I? Yeah, obviously.
Or you ask
yes,
some
but-
people to the right Kasha, but okay.
There you go.
Yeah, indeed. Lovely. And then I'll then just immediately use it.
Nice. Roll yourself some damage.
So,
Can I nominate Bill for the hourly hero point for cool skill component usage?
How do I do I choose what it kind of damage? No, it's because it's metal, so it's giving me the option to change the base damage to different types. Can I do that?
Really?
Could just
You sure that's not adding? You sure that's not adding other?
I don't know. I just won't click it. I will just click do damage. Oh. The depressing 44. There you go. And then with my remaining action, going to step to there.
Okay.
Or move to there. Okay, that's
nice. Okie dokie.
Should make. Maybe I should have stepped behind and flanked.
Can do if you want.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, this Kasha, you do that. You sort of step up and you sort of step around. You use that attack and you step around behind this creature. And as you do, you see more movement around some of the tree lines. There is another one of these archers appears just on the sort of river's edge, or the stream and the waterway down here. And as you see that, you then spot on the far side, right on the far edge of the sort of basin, another one of these taller, sort of 7 foot-ish tall. Our archer was released by Halloran with a telling off. Has that javelin thrown at her by one of these creatures, and which missed, and she looks in the direction of your group, and she says, she calls out, she looks at Halloran at first, and then she turns and she looks to you, Kasha, and she says, "I'm not sorry, but it wasn't personal." And she flees.
Starts to run. Kasha is gonna, out of turn, gonna just yells, "I will kill you."
Then it is this gentleman's turn. So that one that stood alongside you, Adsalor, you sort of focus your attention in, step up and draw both your short swords. And as you sort of come up and get alongside, just immediately doesn't move, doesn't react. Even as you close the distance, you pull one sword out, you pull the second sword out, and then it just reacts by that pike again just stabs it forward towards you.
If it misses this time. Shit.
That's a hit
Whatever.
for 18 damage. Hits you with that, and again sort of hits you with it, stabs you with it, and then just again the same as last time, just attempts to almost sort of overpower you and just push you back, and again just sort of assert its dominance over you as it does, and is able to do so, shoves you back again. It has been an hour. It's really, really hard because Halloran has been super heroic. But also, Kasha had some really cool bits of roleplay there. So you can both have a hero point.
You can both have half a hero point.
That's very kind of you.
allow it to half reroll.
And then with its last action, this creature just stabs you, Adsalor, pushes you back, and then you sort of pull back, and by the time you sort of step back and you sort of open your eyes again, it's gone. And then you can just see it, and you feel again that sort of wind and the air change, Halloran, as you suddenly become aware you are surrounded by 2 of these creatures. It is your turn.
Jesus Christ. I think the one I've intimidated, I'm going to continue intimidating, but with a different tactic. That tactic being hitting it with a stick.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, 11 damage.
Good. I'm glad it's barely hurt after that.
That one's a miss, unfortunately.
Miss, yeah, it's definitely a miss. Oh, it's a bad miss, in fact.
It's about as bad as they come.
Yeah.
No hero points or anything for you.
No, I mean, a critical miss isn't anything, does it? Does it?
No, nothing bad happens, no. No.
Cool. Then no.
Okay. So to do this, yeah, this one here. Darius, you look over in that direction. You see this new tall one stood on that sort of far side. You sort of look over that direction, and in the moment you look at it, it just jumps forwards and is suddenly closer and stood on the edge of the basin there. Looks over in your direction, takes another few steps forward, and then looks at you. You can see it has that javelin, and it's sort of, you can see it's sort of weighing up the distance between you and it. And there is clearly a realization that it's not quite got you. And it steps forwards one last time. Failing. Oh no, it's not your turn, mate. In a moment. This one that took the dagger stabs at you a few moments ago. You see, it's got a dagger, daggers in each of its hands, and there is just a flurry of movement as it uses 2 actions to perform a blade storm, taking 3 stabs at you with these daggers.
What a bit.
The first is a miss. The second is a miss. And the third is a hit. And yeah, there's this flurry of movement failing, and you're pretty nimble. You dodge the first, you dodge the second, and then the third one, it swings and stops for a moment, just fakes out, and then darts the stabs forward, and just stabs you in the shoulder for 9 damage with the dagger. Then takes one last stab at you, which is a critical miss. And there's that flurry of movement all round. One miss. The second one stabs into your shoulder. There's one more, just swipes across your face, and that one you sort of lean back, pull back a little, and then as you sort of grab your attention back, as you sort of open your eyes again, it's further away than it was a moment ago. This one that stood over you, Halloran, as you sort of took your shots. It looks down your direction, and as you swung with the scythe and you cut it, you made contact, and there's no like scream or audible sort of reaction from anything, and it sort of it pulls back, and then with not even with the sharp end of that pike, instead just with like the full length of the wooden pike towering over you, it just used it to shove you and try to trip you down to the ground. And despite your diminutive sort of stance alongside it, as I say, this thing stands close to sort of 7 feet in height, and as it sort of it pushes forward and pushes at you down and forwards and back, and it puts all its weight behind it, and you dig deep, Halloran, and your boots sink into that boggy mud, and you stand tall and give just as good back to this creature and keep your stance. And it pulls back, and you see as it finally gives up and realises you aren't giving, it pulls back, and there is just a moment of almost begrudging respect as it looks at you and clearly realises that it's underestimated what stands in front of it, and then it turns and stabs the pike backwards into Kasha behind, which is a critical miss.
Good. Dick.
Adslaw, as all this is going on, you just turn in time to see a longbow arrow flying through the air towards you.
Have I not suffered enough?
Not yet. What? Oh, jeez, I've got the same problem as you, Cormac. Give me 1 sec. Okay. No. This is why we don't click update all, isn't it?
Shadow Fae didn't bring any arrows.
Will that work? Woo! That is a hit, Adslaw.
Fuck.
For 9 damage. Yeah, you get hit for, well, there is 9 damage, 4 of it immediate, and then you feel the burn as there is some poison on this, and you feel that sort of burn and the sear of that as it hits you. And then the creature turns, looks up in your direction, Halloran, fires one towards you, which is also a hit, for 11 damage. And then with their last action, takes a long shot at Kasha. Misses as they do so. Adslaw, you are heavily wounded, and you can feel this sort of poison in that wound. But you are standing just of. Yeah.
I'm not gonna be in a second.
You have got some persistent damage on you, yeah.
Yeah. Which the only way to clear is just at the end turn. It's a flat check, right?
Yes.
And it's after taking the damage.
Yes. I'm just trying to remember if battle medicine or treat wounds will help you or not. Hang on, I'm trying to find the text on. don't think so, no.
Well, that's good. And I have no potions to drink.
That's it. Yes, I knew there was something else you could do. There is what's called assisted recovery. You or an ally spend 2 actions to take a flat check, which happens before the end of your turn. Basically, it gives you a chance to make the flat check to get rid of the persistent damage. But it's 2 actions to do it.
Fuck that. I'm only gonna take damage next turn anyway. This guy up here is my hunted prey, so I'll take an action to move. Then I will take a swing. No. Can I attempt to grip with this? Is that a thing I can do?
Like grapple?
Well, I want to just... Oh, to be fair, he's already going to be off guard, isn't he? Because I'm flanking him.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. I just hit him a couple of times. I'll
Fair.
swing with my sword.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Excellent. Have some damage.
Nice.
And then I will do my last action, a twin takedown.
Yeah.
And I get to do 2 strikes.
That one's a hit.
So you can mine it. Oh, is it not a crit? Damn it. But I don't know why I'd be that stressed about a crit, because these aren't deadly, but let's see if I can hit with a +6. I cannot. And I will save my 1 hero point I have.
Why? Why?
I can imagine it might be necessary.
The end of your turn, Ansel. Well, 2 persistent damage leaves you still up. But you don't clear the persistent damage, unfortunately. But you are still up.
I was about to say, can I hero point the flat check? I'm sure I can, but I don't want to.
No? You can.
I will not.
Okay, Darius, it's your turn.
I feel like I'm wasting my bloody spell reach by bloody that guy being that close to me. I'm gonna do a void warp on the guy in between these 2.
Yeah?
Yeah, fortitude save.
That is a success, but it will still take half damage. Nice. Yeah, 5 void damage. Even for your last action.
I'm gonna run and hide.
Nice.
Can't see me now. Can't throw a thing at me if you can't see me. Oh, how far did I go then? Did I go 15 or 20?
50. Yeah, you were here. Yeah, 15. Yeah.
But I'm gonna go one more. Oh no, I will go there. Yeah.
Somewhere I can't be
I
seen.
feel like I've just ran and hid behind Phelan.
Yeah, that's fine. The hero 1 week, not so much next week. Phelan, it's all yours.
I was hoping that rock was bigger.
I'll aim at this one.
Mm-hmm.
Then, okay, I don't need to reload apparently. No, apparently I do. Even though it's full. Okay.
Yeah, I know. try it now.
Okay. Yeah, it's still the same thing.
The hell? One sec. Yeah, let me do that. Bang, bang, and then press this. Try that.
There we go.
Oh, mate, he's just got them coming out of his arse now. That's a critical hit, Cormac.
That is good.
Oh, right. Yeah, I almost started rolling regular damage.
Nice. 13 damage.
Then I'll reload
Yep.
and then shoot again. I won't reload. Apparently. Actually, no, I won't shoot.
Oh, yeah, that. You want to reload again, yeah. There you go.
Okay. And I'll shoot.
Cool.
Oh, wrong one. I did it with the wrong penalty thing, the bonus thing.
Oh, you should add -5, should you? Yeah,
Yeah.
unfortunately, that does make that a miss. Kasha, your turn. You might be muted, but I'm not sure.
I am, sorry. I was just saying, above table, should we be running away or surrendering because we're getting absolutely mullered? And we don't seem to be doing a lot to them.
You mean I did a whole, 6 damage?
Yeah, indeed.
That's 3 critical hits.
But having said that, Kasha will. I'll get Adsalor and we'll do a heal, 2-action heal.
Well, that's very kind.
Nice.
That's healing for Adsalor. Then he's got
Bloody
a
hell.
whole action left. Yeah. Don't expect to be able to do it again, pretty much ever. Then I guess with 1 action, she will swing the staff of the Earthwings. Yeah, I'll try and hit the thing in front of me with the staff.
Nice, yes, a hit.
Yeah, boy.
A little bit of damage. Okay,
Nice.
and that's 3 actions, but she is suggesting that we should.
Darius, Phelan, you up on the basin itself, or on the sort of platform where the sanctuary is. Phelan, you've just taken those 2 shots at the creature in front of you, sort of got one of the hits on that, and then there is the archway sort of towards the centre of the or not towards the centre, but sort of centred on one end of the sanctuary and the platform. It starts off dull, but very quickly begins picking up. There is a an intense green glow begins just sort of reaches out from the archway and begins sort of pulling out and sort of taking over a bit of the sort of space around, and it picks up pretty quick. It starts up a sort of a very basic just sort of glow, and then very quickly begins pulling up, and you see that creature you were just shooting at, Phelan. They seem to react to this, and they don't look very impressed by this situation at all. When you see, they sort of turn, and there is not panic, but some sort of uncertainty in their expression as they do. This creature up here will it sort of takes those hits from Adsalor, turns round in your direction, Adsalor. It's the same one that stabbed you a few times. Turns around, and you can almost see there is almost a sort of look of sort of frustration, as like, you shouldn't be here. They thought they could have sort of done enough to you at this point. Turns round and sort of again just sort of stabs at you with that pike. Hits you for 16 damage.
Stabbing me. Fucking rude.
Hits you for the 16 damage. And whereas the last few times they've sort of asserted themselves over you by just sort of shoving you back from a distance, this time they sort of push downwards and attempt to trip you and sort of drop you down into the mud.
Jokes on you.
And
I would agree. I love them.
Much like Halloran, you sort of stand strong, and you take the hit, and you're able. You don't necessarily overpower it as much, but just a sort of combination of sort of strength, movement, and sheer willpower are just able to sort of force it back just enough that the sort of mud and the bog underneath its own feet give way, and it falls prone onto the ground. And with its last action, very quickly sort of pulls itself back up onto its feet and stands over you again. Halloran, it's your turn.
Problem is, if we run, where do we run to?
Yeah, well, the elves seem to get away, but yeah, I mean, I agree. We don't seem to have had anywhere obvious to run, but
yeah, they seem to come
finish
from
off
every angle.
Yeah.
And also,
And
during this
they
campaign,
definitely move quick. They move quicker than us, so
Yeah, they can
quite during this
appear
campaign,
out
I
of
don't
nowhere.
want it to end.
It's not going to.
Wow.
You have to be positive.
I'm looking to the time-twisting storyline where we eventually find out that we're the party who killed the Echoes.
Yeah.
In which case, I think the elf was Jake's character because it was a dick.
That wasn't necessary, was it?
Yeah, there's a few of them as well.
I mean, just try and finish off the one between us, I guess, maybe?
Yeah, fine. If there's a round in me,
Well,
That is a critical hit.
that'll help.
yeah,
Yeah, boy.
that'll help.
Oh, wrong second, wrong button.
20 damage.
Damn it, no.
Yeah, not even remotely enough to even make it
This dam's not good. It's in the bottom, the second half.
That's a hit. For another 7.
Oh, what's me 18 as well? That would have been good. I'm not sure 18 would have hit, really, would it? I would have done. Oh well. Yeah, that's not do though.
No hero points.
Nah.
Halloran, that's 1 persistent damage to you. If you can make that recovery check for me. Oh, we lost him.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, I just forgot.
Oh, look at that.
Ooh,
No more
nice.
persistent
Well
damage for
done,
you.
See?
Yeah, I could have had that before, couldn't I?
Right. This, yeah, so failing Darius, you see this sort of green light begin to emanate from that archway, and this creature doesn't seem keen on this at all. Looks in your direction, failing, throws their javelin at you. Misses as they do so, and then similar to what you saw before, they sort of yank at that lever tether, pull the javelin back, and then in a blink they are off of the sanctuary and down into the water on the outside. This one here turns, looks back in your direction, Phelan, and you see they have the 2 daggers out still, and they're almost sort of looking at you, sort of posing, ready to come back towards you, and they also see that light, and they seem less certain. You see they sort of pause, wait for a moment, and then pulls one of the daggers and just throws it at Darius, which is a hit, even with a massive range penalty on it.
That's a bit rude.
Darius, yeah, you just get this, the sort of dagger throws through the air and just sort of hits you in the upper thigh and gets a flesh wound on you for 8 damage. And just immediately in that moment, the second one just goes out at the same time as it throws the second dagger. That one misses. And then there is again just that sort of movement as they just disappear slightly further up that stream and where it's feeding into the basin. This one up here ain't doing too well. I'll have to remember that in a moment. Yeah, this one looks to you as you get those hits on it. Halloran has that pike, and again this time it sort of stands over you, and same as it did before, it attempts to sort of just push you and force you down. And this seems like it's not even about damage or sort of took you down. It's about sort of just asserting its power over you, and attempts to sort of push you down to the mud, and you stand strong, and it is just enough to sort of drop you down onto your knees in the mud. You already stood far below this creature's sort of outline, and now as you're sort of knelt down into the bog and the mud and the peat, it stands and towers over you, and it pushes you back, then pulls the pike back and slams the pike forwards into your upper sort of arm and shoulder. And that is a hit for 10 damage. It digs the pike down into your shoulder, pulls it back out, and stands over you one last time. And this time it lifts the pike up, looks down at you, and with both hands drives it down. misses as you sort of stand. As you're sort of knelt down in the mud, you still sort of stand strong, face it, and just pull yourself to the side at the last moment.
Have these guys, every time they hit Halloran, have they been taking 2 piercing damage?
Ooh. Well done for remembering. No, they certainly haven't. Is it 2 piercing for each? Adjacent creatures hit you with melee attacks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Each time he does it, he can increase it with a vitality spell, but I'm guessing he doesn't do very often.
Cool. Okay, so that is once there for definite.
Or it might be heightened actually, so it might be 3. Maybe that's adjusted. Height, I do not understand height.
Oh yes, hang on. So you are levels. This should be 4. Okay. Yeah. So in that case, it should have another. There you go. So yes, damage applied. Well remembered. And it's somebody else's turn.
That's better.
It's this creature's turn, yes.
I reckon if it hits you again, I'll die. To be fair, you might as well, but... if it hits you again, I think it might die.
Hope so.
This one here sees Halloran sort of knelt down into the mud there, takes a long shot from distance with the longbow. It is a hit for 8 damage. Then turns towards you, Kasha, takes a shot at you.
You're getting fucked.
Which is a perfect hit. And then with its last action, you see it takes one shot with the longbow, it takes the second shot, then it also turns and looks towards that light, and it just sort of stops and steps back slightly and looks over in the direction of that light that is emanating from that archway. Adsalor, it's your turn.
Yay. I don't know what to do. No one's really shown any signs of running. It's fine. It's murder time. Yeah, I'll start swinging some stuff, I think. Why not? Strike.
Nice, that's a hit. 7 damage.
Strike again.
Wow.
Nearly an 18. Is he not off guard?
Not currently, because
for that attack. Is that because
Halloran's prone, yeah.
Fair enough. Well, I'll do a twin takedown and do 2 hits again.
Yeah.
Both pretty unlikely to hit, but you never know. Oh.
Use a hero point, you wimp.
I'm gonna weirdly enough save mine.
Yeah, that's fair.
No.
That's fair. Persistent damage at the end of your turn. Oh, mate, you were just determined to not go down. If I can get a recovery check from you.
Oh yeah, seems reasonable.
You remain poisoned.
I continue poisoned. Great.
Failing. Yeah, you've got this sort of green light sort of just radiating.
Kind of skipped me then, by the way.
Oh yeah, sorry, yeah, I did just... Yeah, well, tough shit. Darius. Same as Phelan. You still have that's this green light sort of radiating, emanating from that archway.
Would it be an action to chat with Phelan?
It depends how in depth. But you
Can it
can
be,
you can certainly vocalise with one another. Yeah.
I just want to vocalise we can either run towards the party and be trapped between the light and the party, or go the long way around and not be trapped. Because they're running from this light and I don't think we should stay here. And I'm just asking Phelan if we're going to go the long way around, or if we're going to just be squashed in some sandwich. But if we go the long way around, we could get separated.
Yeah.
I just don't know how I feel like moving that way and then being stuck behind them and the light. Because they're scared of this light and I don't want to stay here.
Is everyone alive at the moment? Like,
Yeah.
Just about. Is there any places that aren't covered by people that we could run?
Down
Into the
here,
green-
do you
into the
know if you
green
see
one.
where I'm pointing on the
Oh
map?
yeah.
Down here or we go here. So it's here or here we move. I can still shoot if we go down here.
Yeah, same.
So, okay. How distance is it to run over there? I need to get my ruler out now.
It's like 50.
50. I'm going to say that was quite an in-depth discussion there, Sam, so I'm going to take that as an action, really 2 actions just to move over here.
Before you do, as you and Phelan you are sort of talking amongst yourselves and sort of talking aloud, discussing this, you can hear there is a broken voice and almost an echo you can just about hear, and you hear a voice. You don't recognise it, but there is a sort of elder kind of presence to it. Like this is a weary voice, and it urges you. It urges you to come closer. You hear this voice, and it almost reacts to what you're talking, and it sort of breaks through, and you can hear it coming from the direction of the archway, and it urges you to come closer. It's up to you what you want to do.
He's like,
I won't.
yeah, this freaky light that's making them run away. It's either a good or a bad thing for us.
It's either a good
How
or bad
quickly
thing for us. It's the most hedging your bet statement of all time.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if I just want to run into it and see how it happens, and then Fallon will know if I die or not, whether to go in towards it or not. Okay, I'm just gonna. Does it finish here?
Yeah.
So can I kind of do here, but like put my leg or hand into it to see what
Yeah.
it feels like?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do there, but I'm kind of like putting my hand into the light.
Remind me briefly, Darius, or Shane, either or. Darius's allegiance or experience or beliefs in the gods and the deities. Does he follow any particular deities?
Possibly the one that's on his head.
Other than whatever that is.
I feel like Darius is more like Scientology part.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah, you weren't a follower of Shanti or anything though, or any particular god or anything. Where you don't think. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you sort of you hear the voice, and it obviously piques something in your curiosity. Despite just moments ago, you and Phelan just talking about moving away. You move closer, and as you do, you sort of reach your hand in, your patron, your companion, it tickles at your neck again, and this time uncomfortably so. It doesn't seem keen on this, and it tightens up around your neck slightly. But as you reach your hand into the light, it is peaceful and it is warm.
So it's like a Muller Rice's feeling, like it's good and bad at the same time.
That is how I was about to explain it. Actually, yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth, Shane. It's like a Muller Rice.
I'm just gonna refer to Faye and saying this has got like a nice warmth to it, but like it's still unknown. I think. Do I know that my little friend could be partly evil? I'm guessing I'm not totally oblivious to him not being probably the
I think
greatest.
Yeah, I think you've been in this pact for long enough to understand that this creature or presence doesn't have the most noble of intentions.
Cool. I'm just gonna do where I've done that's one move, and I'm gonna stay here and do spell reach and say,
Yeah.
I think this light is actually good for us, and it is getting away the evil spirits.
Phelan.
Oh God, I don't know what to do. Do I just carry on shooting, or I don't know. Are all of the other enemies doing right now? Like, are they looking like? What are they doing?
They're counter-attacking, but they've quite obviously retreated from the light.
Okay. Where are? Oh, I can't see the others. I can only see me and Darius. So where are they?
Well, I mean that's
yeah. That's yeah. Then mine probably can't answer that.
I mean, you can. They're obviously somewhere in the area that your vision's blocked from that pillar. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you know that they've headed up in this sort of direction previously from what you have seen when you've seen them moving. So you know they're up in that sort of northeasterly direction. Yeah.
I'm gonna step here. And then reload and take a shot at that. Never mind, I won't take a shot at that thing.
What thing?
The enemy between Halloran and Absalom.
You can do.
Well, apparently I haven't reloaded.
Oh, that again. Try now.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice. That's a hit.
Yay. Oh.
Hit's a hit. Kasha, it's your turn.
Has been looking around, and she shouts, having sort of seen the green light and stuff. She shouts, "When this one falls, head for the light." And she casts animal form. select her go-to, which is the bear. And transforms into a bear, and then with her final action, leaps on this guy that not powering over.
Nice.
So she got attacked. What's the more damage? It's lost. Oh. And then
Miss.
he missed anyway, but she doesn't care. She's going to use a hero point.
Yeah, that's a hit. Nice, 15 damage. You jump onto that creature's back and just bite down with the jaws as it sort of stood over Halloran. Yeah, that is pretty heavy wound.
Oh, supposed to be dead. I will make the recovery check.
Yeah.
No, never mind.
That glow, that light down near you, Halloran, Phelan and Darius, it picks up in the sort of intensity and the speed and the warmth as well that you can feel, Darius. It's this Mother Ice is fresh out the microwave at this point. And yeah, you can feel it opening up, and as you do, you can see the light intensifies, and there is a humanoid sort of shape standing in the archway now, and the light is overwhelming slightly. But as your eyes adjust, the two of you can see there's an elderly man in quite simple robes stood in the archway, sort of straggly hair. It's seen better days. It's not as thick as it would have been when they were younger, and he must be, well, he's maybe not the oldest person on this pedestal, but he's certainly rather old. And as he sort of takes shape there, and you can sort of see him, he speaks to the two of you, and he calls out. He says, "Forgive my delay. The corruption runs deep with these creatures nearby, and it took all of I had to breach the veil, but the goddess herself willed it for me to be here. These creatures, they cannot enter as long as we hold this ground, but I cannot hold it for long." And he sort of looks at the two of you, and then he looks over and see those creatures sort of stood over, there's sort of two of them stood over Halloran, down on their knees. And this elderly man, he begins gesturing with his hands. As he does, the streams and the water all begins to swirl and bubble and begin building. This guy here turns around. He turns around and he again sort of pulls back with the pike, looking towards you, Absalor. And then you see as this man speaks out, and the water begins to sort of bubble and move and rise all around. There is some uncertainty, and this elf sort of steps back, and then you get that darting movement as he just in a moment is further back into the tree line. Halloran, it's your turn.
Sorry, I muted. As a follower of Jonty, do I get any sort of sense of what's going on with this light?
You could. The light isn't. It's not bathing you currently, but as soon as the waters begin to sort of build as they are, you can feel it, and you feel it as well, Kasha. you can feel Shanti's blessing and presence around you. And as you feel that movement, as that creature that stood on the other side of you, Halloran, has gone, and you can look over your shoulder, even as you're down your knees, you look back. This gentleman stood in the archway. You recognise him, and you know him. This is Father Matthias, the leader of the Temple of Shanti.
Sick. Alright. I'm going to... Oh, pardon me. I'm going to hopefully whack this guy once and then run away.
Yeah, it's a critical hit. For 37 damage.
Wow.
And yeah, as the bear jumps onto the back and pulls down, you take a swing with the scythe, and the weight of the bear on its back is enough, and as you're even pulling, it's almost like the combo of Kasha's weight pushing down just drives the body deeper onto your scythe, and it drops down, and you have felled one of these creatures. And as you do that, the creature is gone, and Kasha, you crash down into the mud, and there is nothing where that creature was a moment ago.
Then I'm going to move. One moves to there, and then I can only move one square in the water. Is that correct? Yeah.
You are prone currently still, by the way.
Oh, they're prone. Oh yeah. Fine. I'll get up then and I'll run in.
That's fine, yeah.
That's it.
Cool. Okay. And then if I get a recovery check from you.
Yeah.
Nice. Your poison fades. This one here, you see it sort of reacts now, and it's sort of stood in the waters as they begin moving and bubbling, and it doesn't seem to like that, and it just darts back the same as the others, and then steps back into the tree line. Doesn't disappear, but just steps back and starts taking a distance back from the sanctuary. That one that's been threw the dagger at you just now, Darius, and was stabbing at you, Phelan. Again, this one seems even less keen on this situation and just runs into the tree line and disappears into the trees. This one, the one with the longbow, stops for a moment, looks over in your direction, Kasha, takes a shot with the longbow. Realises it has no ammunition left anymore yet again, and the DM says, I'm getting annoyed at that, so it also retreats back out of that water and sort of into the tree line. Adslor, it's your turn.
Excellent. Work out what my limit of movement is. 15. That's one movement. That's 25. That's another 25. And that's another 25. Running.
As you step past Phelan, and you run in, all the wooden bits of your body start to like disintegrate and heal off.
See if that's enough to take you down. It's not. Make a recovery check. Hey, look at that.
Next to my tree guard.
That light's pretty good.
Back in tree.
Darius. I've just skipped Darius' turn again. Sorry, Jay. Darius.
I know. You just...
I'm really not letting this Arsenal thing go, I'm afraid.
I know, right? You should be happy you managed to survive by the skin of your teeth.
Yeah. Let's just move on.
To be fair though, everyone's running away and I can't be bothered to chase them. How far? That's too far away. Actually, I can do 60 from a weapon range, but I've got to go into the water and I can't see anyone close. So I feel like everyone's running away now anyway. So maybe I'll just walk and have a little look, because me little Die's not happy about this, so I won't stand too close to the light. Oh, actually. Oh, he's just out of reach. Kind of. No, he's 10 feet out of me hitting him with a spell.
Cheeky.
Oh, I wouldn't better do a spell anyway, because I've got spell reaching on already. Yeah, just out of him. 10 feet out. Yeah, I'm just going to stay there.
That's cool.
If I've got to refresh it, I'll do my spell reach as my last action or 2 actions.
Yeah.
But they don't top on each other anyway.
Phelan.
Yeah, I don't really know what else I can do. They're running. Yeah, they're like fully running now.
They don't seem. I mean, some of them have ran, some of them just seem to be retreating and backing off, but they certainly don't seem keen on getting closer, no.
Okay. I'll just reload. Don't really know what else I can do.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. That's all.
Kasha, as you sort of, as say you that creature disappears and you sort of your bear form sort of lands down into the mud. As you do, this gentleman in the archway, he calls over in your direction and he calls you. He says, "Bring her here, your sister. I may be able to stabilise her."
That's all I need to hear. I will, I guess, move to go that side. I'll move to there, first move, and then pick her up, I guess, literally by the sort of scruff of her neck.
Yeah.
And then so that was 5 feet to there, so that's 15. These kids. I think that's my second move.
Yeah.
Oh no, that might even be my third, because it depends whether carrying her again is moving it down to half.
You're alright. I think with the strength you're in bear form.
In which case, I think she can get to about there, but basically, yeah, she's picked up and then running like a cub.
Nice.
Running like a cat carrying a cub. That's it.
Nice.
Ready to click my recovery check.
Yes, as you all begin sort of closing the distance and sort of heading back over this way, for the sake of one more turn, Halloran, as you sort of make your way over, and almost immediate as you sort of get over the stream and onto the basin as well, the waters reach their sort of peak, sort of the turbulence as they're sort of moving up, and they begin rising up and forming a sort of almost like a shield around the island or this basin itself, or the sanctuary in the middle of the basin, and sort of form up and become this sort of protective sort of barrier between you and those creatures on the outside. this man, this gentleman in the middle, he steps forward, and as he does so, he recognizes the symbols on your clothing, Halloran, immediately, and he gestures to you and he says, Shanti's blessings. The goddess sent me herself from where she is imprisoned. And he looks down as the bear comes forward and drops this orc nearby. He kneels down and he puts his hand to the fallen Kasha's face, into the cheek, and he says, "Another copy, and I wager there would have been others." And he looks up at your group. He says, "How many were there in total?"
Three.
And she was the last one to go. You'll unfortunately, time is not on your side. These things live like you or I, but they are natural, as you may well be aware. They are not meant to be, and they should not be here. But the goddess willed it. So go on.
I was going to say, Kasha will release the bear form. I
Yeah.
think. And he will pick up Kasha, recreating that I Command and Supergirl pose. And yeah, just step forward towards Brother Matthias.
Yeah.
And say, I would bring her in front of Shanti. If she's not deserving of life, Shanti herself. Tell me.
Were it that simple, I'm sure she would accept you, but that's not how things can be right now. The goddess herself is in great danger. She is no safer than this one right now. But she insisted on seeing that you bought some time for what you are fated to do. And he kneels down again, and he sort of overlooks the unconscious Kasha and looks up at yourself, and he nods. He says, "You've been hiding which is which. It's clever, but you can't fool nature eventually. These creatures and grieve, but know this: she is just a copy. She is no more real than a nightmare, or a daydream, or a passing thought. I know it may not feel that way, but this is the truth of things." And
she is me. She shares my soul. If she dies, part of me dies.
And he looks at you, and he smiles and he nods, and he says, "Unfortunately, sometimes we must find reasons to carry on even when we feel at our most lost. The goddess herself, she rewards you for your journey here with whatever final time you might need. And he places his hand onto the chest of Kasha, and you can see some life return, and she draws some breath, and her eyes open as she doesn't look well. She's still got 2 of those arrows still stuck into the chest, one embedded quite deep, and he stands back, and he looks to you, Kasha, and he says, "A blessing from the goddess herself to you, to give you the time you need. We'll give you a moment." And he steps back, and as he does so, he wastes no time in turning to the rest of the group. He talks to the other 4 of you, and he says, I know this is not the ideal moment, and I understand that time is fleeting right now, but I will not be able to be here for long. We must let's make sure you don't keep taking persistent damage for a moment, shall we? I must deliver as much as I can to you before the piercing through the veil thins again, and I have to return. There is a corruption. I don't know how much you do or don't know. There is a corruption spreading from the centre of the grove, where the trees first grew. These creatures, these shadow elves, they've built their city there around something ancient, something imprisoned. They have a leader. They call her the First Converted, and she was like each of you once, natural. But 15 years in service to their blessed mother has made her something else. She has called you here. She's marked one of you. She wants to meet all of you. And as much as it may feel right now that going deeper towards that meeting is the worst thing you can impose on yourselves, the true goddess pleads of you to do this on her behalf. And he turns to you, Halloran, and he says, you are clearly a champion and follower of the mother herself. You are heavily wounded, and you have clearly seen better times, but you must lead this group and take them to find the First Converted, take them to the Shadow City, and find wherever this being is. The mother tasks you with this.
Lovely.
And he turns and he looks at the 4 of you, and he says, This will get more challenging with every step you take deeper into the forest, and I can do this only so many times. There are places where the halflings, where they first pledged their own allegiance to Shanti and the gods, and in those places the veil is thinnest, and it is a blessing you were here in one of those places now when this happened. But if you find yourselves in such a situation again, and it is not in one of these locations, then the mother will will you on as best she can, but you will be on your own. This goddess they claim to serve, this goddess who has been usurping herself, they call her the Blessed Mother, but she is blessed in name alone. this leader of theirs, the first converted, these creatures in the forest, they are her hands and her eyes, and they will harm you, and they will hunt you, and they will tear you to pieces. Do not give them a moment to get their advantage on you, and strike first every time. And he looks about the four of you. He says, "And as for your other companion, she will need your support, as hopefully she has supported each of you. But that sister is no more real than any of the other ones of them you may have encountered." And he takes a step back. Kasha, what are you doing currently?
Kasha is effectively tending to her sister and I guess saying goodbye.
Yeah.
So removing the arrows and taking the arrowheads off for both those two arrows as well, and cleaning the blood from her face and whispering memories to her.
And
And
just to be clear, so you Kasha that is cleaning her up currently, she's known which was which throughout this, right? She's been aware deep down.
she's not well. She knows she's got more memories than the other one had.
Yeah.
But I'm still, let's say they cloned us, but they didn't swap us. Is over here.
Yeah.
She's the one with the consistent memory thread, whereas the one on the ground didn't remember the stuff around the town.
Yeah.
And stuff. So yeah. So she is remembering, but she's still whispering that. So yeah, basically she's goodbye to her, letting her go, and promising her.
And as you are sort of tending some of her wounds and sort of cleaning her up and wiping some blood from her, she speaks to you and she says, we did try, didn't we, sister?
We did.
I knew from the moment I woke that I was the pretender, but you let me believe and you shared everything with me.
They took half my soul and put it in you. How could I do less?
And she takes one of her hands. She puts her hand to some of the wounds on her chest and just sort of tries to apply some pressure and to get whatever time she can. And she says somewhat to you, but almost to herself. And she says, I remember the trees and the grove. I remember father. I remember mother. I remember Thornleaf's first flight. I remember all of your memories. But they were mine too.
They're yours. You go into the dream. Back into the forest beyond.
Tell Thornleaf I'm sorry for not being able to stay. And don't mourn me.
I will.
Don't mourn any longer than necessary, but don't forget me completely. I'm gone, but
I won't forget you.
I'm only.
And I will avenge my soul.
Truly, we were always one, just separated for a time.
one route, two branch.
And she takes your hand and grips you tightly. She says, "Live loud enough for both of us." And as she grips your hand as she pleads with you with that, and you feel as the grip on your wrist weakens, and you're holding her wrist rather than her holding yours. The muscles no longer tense, and she fades and is gone. Father Matthias, he steps forward and he says, "I am sorry. The veil is closing, and I cannot remain on this plane any longer. The mother is elsewhere, and we are the corruption pushes me out back to the shadows, but I'm not alone there. We are growing in numbers. The shadow elves, these creatures, they will hunt you. They are afraid of her power, but she is beyond weak right now. This was her gift to you, and she will keep watching you as best as she can, but we are tending her wounds as best we can. When you reach their leader, and if you stay on this path, you will reach her. Trust nothing she offers you. Even though she truly believes that she is saving you, that's what makes her dangerous. And you..." And then he turns, and his expression changes. There's a seriousness. He turns and looks to you, Darius. You, herbalist. The darkness empowering you has little care for your well-being. It walks the same path as the rest of your group now, but only whilst that path is serving its goal. When those paths diverge and move away from one another, you'll be forced to choose between the power it gives you and this group. And you might think you know how you would choose in that moment, but inside of each of us is a desperation to live and to prosper. Do not underestimate the strength of that desperation, and do not allow that desperation to turn to the foul offers and games of that creature. You pose more threat to this group than perhaps anything else in this forest. You can choose how you leverage that. And to each of you, may Shanti protect you, the real Shanti. She is still out there. She is in prison, but she is fighting. Stay vigilant. Look out for the halfling temples such as this one. They will provide you with safety, or as much safety as you will be able to find in this place. And I will watch you from the other side of the veil, and if we are lucky enough to find a place where the veil thins like this again, we will commune again. And if not, hopefully you'll find your way to where the goddess is imprisoned. And the light coming from that, from the arch, begins to fade. And as it does so, he steps back into it and fades with it. And the five of you are left alone on the basin, and the waters around you, they are still sort of bubbling up, but they start to fade and pull down themselves. And where there are 8 of you 15 minutes ago, there's now the 5 of you, 3 dead copies, other dead bodies around you, and there remain on the tree lines around you shadow elves silently watching as the waters go back down. And that's where we'll leave stuff.
Shit.
Wow, I'm very happy at TPK because I'm enjoying this story.
I'm glad you didn't get
Yeah.
TPK'd, and I'm glad you're enjoying it.